Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Fahira Sabita.
And my name is Noval Ibrahim.
It's a wonderful and precious time for us to be a master of ceremony in this beautiful day in our big event, Family Gathering English and ICT. Before we start the agenda, let's say basmalah together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
First of all, let's say thanks to Allah, who has been giving us guidance, happiness, healthy and mercy, so we can attend and participate in the event without any obstacles. Praise and salutation upon our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who has guided us from the darkness to the lightness, from Jahiliyah era to Islamic era.
In this special day, we have several agenda, so allow me to read several sequence of our agenda. The first agenda is salutation from Mr. Bashar. The second is storytelling. The third is speech. The fourth is news project. The fifth is IT tutorial presentation. The sixth is acoustic. The seventh is design graphics project. The eighth is creative video. The ninth is English presentation. The 10th is singing performance. And the last is closing and prayer.
Well, now we start in the first agenda. We would like to invite Mr. Basharuddin Taib MPD for give us salutation. Time is yours.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi, salam sejahtera untuk kita semua. Anak-anakku sekalian kelas 10 unggulan yang saya banggakan. Pertama, kita bersyukur pada Allah Subhanahu wa taala, Tuhan yang Maha Kuasa, bahwa pada hari ini kita semua dalam keadaan sehat walafiat. Anak-anak sekalian, kader bangsa yang saya banggakan. Sebagaimana kita ketahui bahwa SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong memiliki dua program, yaitu program kelas unggulan berwawasan internasional dan kelas reguler. Kelas unggulan berwawasan internasional ini merupakan konsep alternatif dari RSBI yang digulirkan oleh pemerintah pada waktu yang lalu. Kemudian RSBI selanjutnya dibubarkan dan kelas unggulan berwawasan internasional yang dimiliki SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong sekarang ini banyak diadopsi oleh kalangan SMA yang ada di tanah air kita ini. Anak sekalian yang saya banggakan, kalian patut bersyukur pada Tuhan yang Maha Kuasa bahwa kalian adalah terlahirkan menjadi siswa yang memiliki keunggulan. Kalian juga harus bangga masuk menjadi siswa kelas unggulan ini melalui testing, melalui ujian yang cukup berat. Oleh karena itu, anak-anak sekalian, kalian harus menunjukkan bahwa kalian patut dan betul memiliki keunggulan dari yang lainnya. Karena kelas unggulan ini berwawasan internasional, maka konsekuensi logisnya adalah kemampuan bahasa Inggris. Siswa-siswa unggulan ini harus melebihi dari yang lainnya. Oleh karena itu, beberapa hal yang kita lakukan untuk meningkatkan kemampuan bahasa Inggris kalian itu adalah misalnya penambahan jam pelajaran bahasa Inggris. Kita juga menyelenggarakan kursus bahasa Inggris. Kemudian ada English Corner, ada lagi English Program, kemudian ada berbagai lomba-lomba yang kita lakukan di tingkat sekolah kita yang berkaitan dengan kemampuan kalian di dalam berbahasa Inggris. Anak-anak sekalian yang saya banggakan, kelas 10 unggulan memiliki 2 program khusus tahunan. Yang pertama adalah English and ICT Performance. Yang kedua adalah merencanakan hidup, menata masa depan. Kegiatan English and ICT Performance ini adalah sebagai media bagi kalian untuk menampilkan kemampuan kalian dalam berbahasa Inggris melalui berbagai lomba yang diselenggarakan oleh panitia, di antaranya adalah akustik, storytelling, news project, video kreatif, speech, video tutorial, desain grafis, dan lain-lain. Kegiatan English and ICT Performance tahun ini kita selenggarakan secara online. Dan kita harapkan orang tua siswa dapat mengikutinya melalui kanal YouTube SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong. Harapan saya, kegiatan English and ICT Performance ini dapat meningkatkan kemampuan kalian dalam berbahasa Inggris. Saya perlu mengingatkan 3 ciri alumni SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong yang kita harapkan. Yang pertama adalah kemampuan dalam bidang teknologi informasi dan komunikasi TIK. Yang kedua adalah kemampuan dalam bahasa Inggris. Dan yang ketiga, dapat membaca Al-Quran dan khatam Al-Quran bagi siswa yang muslim. Terakhir, saya mengharapkan semua kalian mengikuti kegiatan ini dengan sebaik-baiknya agar acara ini dapat berjalan dengan sukses dan membawa kemajuan bagi SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong. Terima kasih. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much to Mr. Bashar for the greeting. The next agenda is storytelling. Would you please join me in welcoming Kayla, Marliana, Jauza, and Arawinda? Time is yours.
Hello, my name is Marliana Hertina Putri as Federate Riding Hood.
Hello, my name is Kama Husna as a wolf.
Hello, my name is Jauza Najwa as hunter and mother.
Hello, my name is Arawinda Jahiarani as grandmother.
Once upon a time, there was a lovely little girl called Little Red Riding Hood. She had this name because her grandmother gave her a little red hood and she wore it every day. Her grandmother loved her very much.
One day, her mother said to her, "Little Red Riding Hood, please take this basket food to your grandmother. Be careful on the way and do not leave the path."
"Don't worry, Mom, I'll be careful," said Little Red Riding Hood to her mother, and set out on the way to her grandmother's. Her grandmother's lived in the village on the other side of the wood. As Little Red Riding Hood entered the wood, a wolf met her. She never seen a wolf before, so she didn't know they were dangerous.
Good day, Little Red Riding Hood. My name is Wolf. Nice to meet you.
"Hi, Wolf. Nice to meet you too."
Where are you going, Little Red Riding Hood?
"To my grandmother's house."
Where does she live?
"She lives in the village on the other side of the wood over there. It's the first house in the village," replied Little Red Riding Hood.
The wolf walks next into Little Red Riding Hood and then said, "Look at those pretty flowers. Why you don't pick some for your grandmother?"
Little Red Riding Hood looked and saw all the pretty flowers. She ran off the path and started picking a bunch of flowers for her grandmother.
Meanwhile, the wolf ran straight to grandmother's house and knocked on the door.
"Who's there?"
Little Red Riding Hood, replied the wolf. "Open the door, I have some food for you."
Grandmother opened the door. The wolf quickly jumped in and pushed grandmother into the closet.
"Help, please let me out," cried grandmother.
"Be quiet and stay in the closet." The wolf put on grandma's dress, cap, and glasses and got into grandma's bed.
After Little Red Riding Hood had picked a bunch of flowers, She finally arrived at the grandmother's house. She saw the open door and called out, "Good morning." There was no answer. She slowly went into the bedroom and saw her grandmother lying in bed, looking very strange.
"Oh, grandmother," she said, "what big ears you have!"
"All the better to hear you read, my child," was the reply.
"But grandmother, what big eyes you have!" she said.
"All the better to see you read, my dear," said the wolf.
"But grandmothers, what large hands you have!"
"All the better to hug you with."
"Oh, but grandmother, what a terrible big mouth you have!"
"All the better to eat you with."
The wolf jumped out of bed and wanted to eat Little Red Riding Hood. She shouted loudly and tried to run away. Just then, a hunter was passing the house. He heard Little Red Riding Hood's cry and went into the house. "Go away, wolf," said the hunter. He pulled out his bow and shot the wolf. The wolf ran away, and Little Red Riding Hood and her grandmother happily ever after.
Thank you very much for a great performance. Let's keep on the next agenda, that is speech. Speech will be delivered by Rizky, Yasin, David, and Arik. Time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, here with me Muhammad Tarik Abrar. I'm my friends Muhammad Rizky Budiman, David Antolin, and Yasin Nasution to bring this hot topic. Today we are gonna talk about bullying and how to fight this thing.
Bullying might seem like a small problem from some people. Most people might not realize that the damage caused by bullying can be so serious. It can be as serious as death and extreme case.
The spirit of hoax information is excessive. For this reason, the public needs to be reminded to use social media in a positive way and not to be easily swayed by contrary issues. This movement is more of a moral movement to make people aware of how social media is used in a positive way. Second, teach and invite the public to understand the dangers of spreading hoaxes in terms of law, religion, decency, and decency.
Misusing social media to commit the crime. There are also people who have malicious intent with social media to carry out their evil intention. Often the news is heard of someone who committed from through social media, or even news about someone who was killed after meeting with friends from social media. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much for the speech. May it useful for all of us. Step on the next agenda is News Project. Would you please welcome Radita, Afifah, Belva, Nabila, and Alicia. The floor is yours.
Hello and welcome to Pesat News. My name is Belva Zabrina.
And I am Afifah.
Our news today is about the Jaipong traditional dance, which is a traditional Indonesian culture and comes from Karawang region, Indonesia. This Jaipong traditional dance has developed in the 60s.
And this traditional dance is a combination of pencaksilat, wayang golek, topeng banjet, tapsilu, tarling, and topeng tepak. In Indonesia, there are still many who preserve the Jaipong traditional dance culture. One of them is Sanggar Ayunda. The Sanggar Ayunda teaches many traditional dance to children and teenagers. The Sanggar teach a lot types of traditional dance, one of which is the traditional Jaipong dance. Now, let's just watch the teaching and learning process of traditional dance, especially the Jaipong traditional dance at the Sanggar Ayunda below.
Hi all, with me Radita here. I'm at Sanggar Ayunda. The Sanggar Ayunda has started teaching traditional dance 20 years ago. The Sanggar Ayunda was founded by Alicia, who is still teaching traditional dance. Good afternoon, Alicia.
Good afternoon.
Introduce, my name is Radita for Pesat News. I want to ask, what is your motivation for establishing the Sanggar Ayunda?
My motivation for establishing the Sanggar Ayunda is I want to introduce culture in the form of traditional dance to children.
What's the minimum age for children to learn to dance here?
The minimum age to learn dance here is 5 years old.
How many teachers teach traditional dance here?
There are about 4 people who teach here, including me.
What traditional dance are taught here?
There are about various kinds of traditional dance taught here, but the main one is traditional Jaipong dance.
Thank you. And this is the progress of teaching and learning traditional dance in the Sanggar Ayunda. If you are interested in the learning traditional dance, you can come directly to the Sanggar Ayunda. That's all for me, and see you later.
And the request for information is all at the same time closing our meeting in Pesat News program this afternoon. I'm Bapak and my partner Afifah, representing all relatives on duty to say thank you for your activities and see you soon. Bye!
Thank you very much for amazing performance. And that was only the beginning. The 5th agenda is IT tutorial presentation. To Anissa, Naisha, and Tiwi, time is yours.
Hello everyone, we are the participants of the ICT Performance. Representative of class 10 social 3, we will present how to make t-shirt design by using Canva application.
First, open the Canva app or www.canva.com site. Make a design. Select category T-shirt. Select the desired template, background, and element. Set the size of the element. And then download file with PNG format. If you want to see the visualization of the design that has been created, we can open the mockup application and upload the design. Here we can adjust it according to desires such as color, size, and layout. If it is appropriate, download the image, select image quality, and the design is already stored on your laptop. And here's another example of the design we've created.
Thank you for your listening. May all thoughts we have shared be beneficial for all of us. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much for the presentation. May it usable for all of us. Now we're going to watch the acoustic performance from Ditya, Rangga, and Febri. The floor is yours.
I just need someone in my life to handle other selfish ways I stop myself without her.
thank you very much for the performance. You all really have a golden voice. The next agenda is design graphic projects. Would you please welcome Sakila, Zahra, and Naila? Time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, we are from Tan Social Superior 3. My name is Naila. In this video, I will explain the graphics design we made.
My name is Shakila.
My name is Zahra Indah.
The theme is the film industry. The purpose is to increase our knowledge about film and movies. Webinar film industry. The steps for making this design are: first, prepare a photo. Second, set the background color. Third, put the photo there and arrange it neatly. Then we can add some elements to beautify the design. And finally, add text as needed and done. And next, I will explain the meaning of some of the existing elements. If you guys look at the bottom left side of the design, there is an image of a ticket, which means a ticket to watch a movie. Then on the upper right side, there is a film roll element that functions as rolls that are protect from exposure to white light with a paper backing. And the last side on the top left is the stripe, usually on the edge of the photo.
Hi, this is the flyer I made, and I will tell you the steps. Step 1. Prepare the pictures for the flyer. Step 2. Set the color background, and I choose yellow pastel here. Step 3. Put the title on the top of flyer and I choose the font name Genti. Step 4. Input text that contains persuasive or solicitation. Step 5. I add the pictures of the actors and then I put their name on the bottom of their picture. Step 6. Put some elements that contain film or movie. For example, camera, movie strips, and ticket. Step 7. I arrange it to make it look neat. Step 8. I add the text that usually found on webinar flyers, such as the date and place of the event. Step 9. I save the flyer that I have made to the gallery. And that's it for me.
To make this logo, we have several steps. Do you want to know? Okay, let's go. Number 1. Open Canva, then press create a design and select Canvas logo. Number 2. Find the wallpaper you want. You can search on Pinterest or on Google. Number 3. Open the element, then open the frame section and scroll down a bit to get the oval frame. Number 4. Add the text in the lower right corner, then you can choose any type what you want. Number 5. After that, you can see some of the features below. Slide the features until there are effects. There are several effects and you choose the very end, namely the curve. Number 6. After that, there are settings. Here you are free to adjust the curve according to what you want. Number 7. After setting the curve text, we can add objects that are in the oval frame. Here I use several artists who are included in our theme. Number 8. Then open the element again and open in the frame section. Scroll the frame until you find the letter I frame. Number 9. Do not be too plain, you can add colors according to what you want on the frame. Number 10. After giving color the letter I frame, we duplicate the frame in half and then stack it with a slightly different stage. Number 11. Don't forget, we give a slogan and put a sign on the frame I letter.
That's all for our presentation today and thank you so much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you for the design graphics team for the excellent presentation. Step on the next agenda is creative video. Would you please join me in welcoming Algiana, Iqbar, Hita, Fadil, and Nova. The floor is yours.
What is Industry 4.0 and what does it mean for you? Technology is driving change across all areas of society. Not only do we increasingly use it and even rely on it in our personal lives, we also find our workplaces digitally evolving, with more and more processes now being undertaken using technology. This change is known as the Fourth Industrial Revolution, or Industry 4.0. Industry 4.0 will see many tasks that were once performed by us now being automated. With the collection and analysis of real-time data, artificial intelligence, and the ability for all components of a production line to talk to each other, production can be really efficient and personalized according to customer needs. But what does this mean for us? With increased automation, our time will be freed up for concentrating on more complex tasks. We will need a workforce who are capable of building, programming and developing these technologies, but also making sure we are applying them to our lives in an ethical way.
Now, many people talk about Revolution Industry 4.0. What exactly is meant by Industry 4.0? This term was first heard on the Hanover Fair on April 4 to 8, 2011, which was used by the German government to advance the current industrial sector to the next level with the help of technology. The Industrial Revolution 4.0, or what is often referred to as the cyber-physical system, is a revolution that focuses on automation and collaboration between cyber technologies. The 4.0 revolution itself emerged to 21st century with the main feature being the incorporation of information and communication technology into the industrial sector.
According to the German Chancellor Angela Merkel in 2014, who stated the meaning of the Industrial Revolution 4.0 as a comprehensive transformation of all aspects of production that occurs in the industrial world through the merging of digital technology and the internet with conventional industry. In addition, according to the Tanggal et al. Defines the Industrial Revolution, which emphasized the speed element of the availability of information, namely an industrial environment where all entities can always be connected and are able to share information easily with each other.
Types of technology in the 4.0 Industrial Revolution: 1. Internet of Things. 2. Big data. 3. Cybersecurity. 4. Additive manufacturing. 5. Simulation. 6. System.
Currently, there are 5 industrial backbones in carrying out the 4.0 Industrial Revolution in Indonesia, namely food and beverage, textile, automotive, electronic, and chemical.
Revolution Industry 4.0 also represents a social, political, and economic shift from digital era of late 1990 and early 2000 to an era of embedded connectivity. This honed by the use of versatile and common technologies across society that are changing the world, expansion and now that world around us. This suggests that we have charactered and interest and social reality that is magnified in comparison to the natural senses and industrial capabilities of humans alone.
much for the performance. It was a very interesting video. With 9, agenda is English presentation. Will be delivered by Galuh, Hafsa, and Fitrian. Time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Honorable the Principal of SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong, unforgettable all teachers and my friends in this past school, our SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong we love. I would like to give my greatest thanks to Allah the Almighty, who has been giving us all mercies and blessings without stopping. Then salawat be to Muhammad, our messenger, who has given us many teachings to live in this world and hereafter. I am Hafsa Salawahida with my partners Fitrian Sari Khairunisa and Galuh Dwi Sunarto. We are representatives of class 10 Social Unggulan 3 and we will present to you all about toxic productivity. We all can agree that being a productive person during a pandemic is a positive activity, right? Because carrying out productive activities is believed to be able to develop broad abilities and insights. However, excessive productivity will be a negative thing and cause toxic productivity. So, what is toxic productivity? Toxic productivity is the obsession of always being productive all the time by working long hours. Toxic productivity can also be referred to as workaholic or overworking. Generally, people who experience this syndrome always feel guilty when not doing any work. They think that 24 hours is not enough time to complete a job. And now we move to another slide. So what are the characteristics of toxic productivity?
The characteristic, number 1 is overwork, number 2 never feel satisfied, number 3 excessive expectation, number 4 hard to take rest, number 5 difficult to socialize with the surrounding. How to overcome toxic productivity? Number 1 is work effectively and efficiently, don't be too hard on yourself, do not always force yourself to work because the body and mind need time to rest.
The next one is do self-care. Self-appreciation can be by telling yourself that you are very great at achieving this. Accomplishing self-care or taking care of yourself is one of the most important actions to get out of this problem apart. Self-appreciation is also an important way to recover from toxic productivity. The last one is putting limits on work. You can take work too lightly and feel like you can do everything yourself. You also can separate work time and vacation time. To overcome this, you must be able to separate what work must be done, then give your time to rest by doing some me time alone. That's all the materials of toxic productivity. I have some quotes that sounds like, don't let the sacrifice you make for success end up losing your happiness and health. Thank you for the attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you for the very good performance. Last but not least, the next agenda is singing performance. Would you please welcome Karisto, Diva, Shafira, and Nada. The floor is yours.
Calling you late at night, talking about nothing, but we'll always love me. There's some conversation, there is my affections. Those were the good times, and I miss the old times. Have I taught you lately that I miss you badly? Sometimes I wish that I could still call you mine, still call you mine. Now all I've got is the stain on my blue jeans. The only way I cope
remember that you are on smile.
Your voice will lullaby. I will be listening till I was sleeping. But our situation, it's stupid our relation. Why did we end it? Don't want to be like it.
'Cause I'm feeling lately that I miss you badly. Sometimes I wish that I could still call you mine, Now all I've got is to stay on my blue jeans. The only way I could remember that you were on mine.
Sometimes I wish that I could still call you mine, Now all I've got is to stand on my blue jeans. The only way I could remember that you were once mine.
Thank you very much for a very good singing performance. The last agenda is closing and praying. To close a program, let's saying Alhamdulillah together.
Finally, from the depths of my heart, I do apologize for my mistake in presenting this event. Thank you very much for your kind attention, and Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.